In the world of commercial vehicles, and especially with Mercedes-Benz, technology is always developing and evolving, particularly in the areas of fuel economy and profitability. Take the Actros for instance. In 2012, the Actros 4 was launched. It set new standards for both fuel efficiency and safety across the heavy truck sector. Fast forward to 2019 and Actros 5 has raised the benchmark again with new technology, such as enhanced Predictive Powertrain Control. We've got a new aerodynamic cab which features MirrorCam as well as a new air deflector kit, and we've got a revised rear axle ratio. The challenge for the truck operator though is, if I invest in all this new technology, what savings am I going to make? If you read the brochure, they always read well, but that's not the real world, is it? And that's why Mercedes-Benz have developed the Fuel Challenger programme. The Fuel Challenger programme gives operators a chance to run a new Actros 5 tracked unit for a 2-week period free of charge. During this time, the Mercedes-Benz Truck Trainers and handover specialists will utilise the detailed telematics the trucks will generate to compare and contrast the fuel efficiency of both vehicles. To show you how Fuel Challenger works, we're going to undertake our own mini Fuel Challenger test. In place of the competitor, we've got Actros 4 up against the all-new Actros 5. As far as specs concerned, they've got the same cab, driveline, engine and axle configuration. We're going to send them out at 2-minute intervals along the same 2-hour route to make things as fair as consistent as possible. But that's the easy bit. The hard bit is managing all the data that the trucks generate whilst they're out on the road. And for that, we're going to use Fleetboard. So here I've got with me John Arms, who's the Senior Connectivity Specialist for Fleetboard. Now John, tell me what Fleetboard does, how can it help us?
Well, Fleetboard is the telematic system that we supply on our Mercedes-Benz trucks. It's a system that's designed not only to show you, as you can see on the map, where the vehicles are. We can see the vehicles about out there in our yard, but also a way of monitoring how the vehicles are being driven. So we can monitor if the technology is being used, if the PPC is activated, if the cruise control is on, and also the driving style that does affect the MPG. Okay, and so if I was an operator and I said to my Mercedes-Benz dealership, okay then, I want to have a go at this, what would you actually do? Do you have to put Fleetboard on the competitive vehicle? You're absolutely right. What we would do is obviously we deliver one of our Mercedes-Benz Fuel Challenger vehicles into the client, and at the same time we would ask for a similar type of vehicle that they have in their own fleet, whatever make or mark that is, and we would fit Fleetboard to that as well. The way Fuel Challenger works is that we like it to be as honest a comparison as possible. So we'd like both trucks to be doing the same sort of work, trunking, multi-drop, etc, etc. We'd like it to be the same drivers on the same trucks across the 2 weeks. And working at similar times, because that's the fairest way of doing the Fuel Challenger. What we then do after the first week is go and analyse the data side by side and see how both vehicles are performing, right, and give the drivers guidance. And at the end of that period, we'll come away with the data, look at how both vehicles have performed and produce a report that says the Mercedes vehicle produced X MPG, your vehicle produced Y MPG, and a sort of proof of concept will be done around that. Well, when it comes to a test like this, one of the biggest variables you're going to get are the drivers. We've thought of that and we've got 2 of the best. Chris Keane has been with Mercedes-Benz Trucks for the last 33 years and has been a truck trainer for the last 22 years. Alistair Calhoun has spent his entire working life driving commercial vehicles and has been a Mercedes-Benz trainer for the last 6 years, describing himself as an Actros man through and through. Tell me guys, what makes a good driver?
Well, a good driver is a person that will put faith in the truck. We understand the truck top to bottom, inside out, and we just want to show them that putting a bit of faith in the truck, they'll get the best from it.
Ali?
And basically good defensive driving techniques and forward planning. It goes a lot to fuel efficiency, and that's all it is, and that's all we ask them to do, just a little bit more forward planning.
Yeah, and a difference between, say, driving Actros 4 and Actros 5, is there any major differences?
Between 4 and 5, the main difference is it's a more relaxed style of driving within there. As soon as you get used to the technology in the truck, it takes a lot of stress out from driving the truck, and it makes the driver's life easier for them. So by the time they get to their destination, they're a bit more relaxed and chilled out.
What's your pattern, your technique then to try and beat Ali in the 5?
Knowing the technology that Alice has got in Actros 5, I know I shall not beat it, but I'll try my best.
Okay, and Ali, what are you going to do, mate?
just let the truck drive me. I'll be there as steering it, just keeping an eye on the technology, and obviously build my confidence up on the systems within the truck as well.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, you know, there's a lot of technology in there, but it's not there for technology's sake, is it? I mean, it's there to help with the fuel economy and the safety as well.
Yeah, and that's the main thing we look for, fuel efficiency and safety within all of our trucks, 4 or 5.
Ali, Chris, it's time for you to go. Safe journey and good luck. I'm going to be monitoring your progress with John at Fleet Board, and I'll see these two in a couple of hours. Okay, John, 20 minutes into the test, what can we see?
Okay, let's see where they are. So we'll just click on the two vehicles. So at the moment we can actually see they're a little way apart. So if I click onto this vehicle here, it tells us that Alistair is doing 42.3 miles an hour. He's got 9 hours and 18 minutes of driving time left, so we can get plenty out of him today.
Exactly.
He's on the road down to Worksop.
Yeah.
If we have a look at Chris is a little way behind him. Only doing 24.2 miles an hour, so that probably means terrain-wise he's climbing. In fact, Chris is going through an urban area here. We can actually see some of the weight and height restrictions. The roads are all green, so we've got good traffic conditions. So they're on their way.
Okay, and it's good the fact that they're apart. We're not having the effect of slipstreaming.
Absolutely right.
One behind the other. So again, they're trying to make it as fair as possible for both
Yeah.
trucks. Okay, John, we know the trucks are in. Has the data been downloaded and what's the result?
Tim, the results are in. Interesting results as well, they are. The initial results are showing that the Actros 5 is actually delivering nearly 10% better on fuel over only a 100-mile test route. Now, if this was a standard fuel Challenger, we'd be running this over 2 weeks. So let's assume that this is week 1. We'd be going in to see the customer, talking to them about the various scores and degrees of difficulty, etc., that we can show, and coaching the Mercedes-Benz driver to see if we can even get better fuel consumption from the vehicle. So these are real life results over vehicles that have run over a decent amount of mileage today, and a 10% saving in a morning's work over 2 weeks is a considerable amount of fuel.
As we've seen with our short fuel Challenger test, fuel savings around about 10% are possible, but that was Mercedes against Mercedes. If you've got a competitor truck that you'd like to put up against Actros 5, then either visit your local Mercedes-Benz truck dealership or visit fuelchallenger.co.uk.